Alright guys, I'm finally back. So in this video, we're gonna see battle between Reinhard and Yogiri and see who's actually gonna win the battle. And to understand who's actually gonna win this battle, we need to clarify and understand their power and scaling. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. So well, let's first scale Yogiri. It is stated that he is the end of all things. He can kill abstract concepts, existence, and he was also able to kill the higher dimensions gods. And because existence is trans-dimensional, so it will place him at hyperversal. In short, his ability is absolute negation for almost everything. And it was also stated that he bypassed the laws of physics, at which will place him at least uni to multiversal. In short, with all the things I told you right now, he's right now at least a hyperversal character with human level speed. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you that he can even kill casuality, time and space. So yeah, it really doesn't matter if you stop the time itself, because this guy will literally kill the concept of time itself. Yeah, this guy is really busted. Anyways, we have some of his scans. Let's see where do they scale him. So first we have author statement that says Yogiri can actually ignore all dimension, universes, laws and almost everything, which is technically similar to Regulus, but there's a difference. I'm gonna tell you right now. Anyway, let's back to the Yogiri scaling. So in the end, he still is kept at hyperversal because author's statement does not scale him anywhere. We need evidence. I mean, they have to show this in the novel or in the manga for pure evidence. For example, author have to say that in the novel or in the manga, he have to write that Yogiri transcends or destroy or beyond the concept of dimensionality. Then we could say that he's at least at outer version. And then there was another scan that says he's embodiment of non-existence, which means he's embodiment of nothingness. Now just because he doesn't exist doesn't mean he's outer version. Yeah, he gets NEP, non-existent philosophy, but he is still not reaching outer because Satela NEP also does not scale her outer. It's just one thing that could scale her higher, her existence higher. NEP is just a shortcut, and if we also need superiority every lower structure, which Yogiri doesn't have. And with human level speed, Yogiri with his hacks is hyper. Now let's scale Satela so we can upscale Reinhardt with her. So for Satela, we're gonna use a shadow garden. It is stated that concept of space and time does not conceptually exist. As we can see the scan, it is stated that Subaru lose the sight of reality, means reality itself also does not exist in that realm. And there's another scan that says it is beyond the framework of worlds itself. And if you remember, Echidna once stated that there are infinite parallel universes. Now we know the fact that they exist because they are inside the framework of worlds itself. So technically they were inside the framework of worlds itself. They were having space, time, reality, dimensions and everything because they were inside the framework itself. Now if her RAM just transcends that structure, it won't scale that much high. But because she is outside the very framework itself, the framework that defines that structure, dimensions, reality and everything. Now because her structure itself is outside the very framework itself that defines everything in the reality itself and everything in the verse, and she is literally outside that structure, that automatically gives her ontological superiority over every lower structure and the framework itself that defines everything. The shadow garden also lacks duality such as sound, color and even soul, proving it to be non-dual type 2. And for the garden, existence and non-existence both are meaningless, which indicates that it's NEP type 2. And because NEP and non-duality type 2 both are exact same, so you can't say that they both does not exist or they can't exist or one of them cannot exist. Now let me clarify the NEP part a little more. So Satela exists outside the framework that defines existence and non-existence. Beings whose existence is defined within the framework have no ontological protection against her. And yes, you heard right, non-existence beings also does not have any protection against her. I mean, I'm not saying that, the context itself is saying that. And because her garden is having ontological superiority to the entire lower structure while having non-duality type 2 and NEP type 2. So yeah, at this point she is actually a low outer versal character. And wait, we have some more scans and feeds that back up her low outer versal tier. So our first scan says her love transcends every conceivable dimension. Conceivable means every possible and every imaginable dimensions is being transcended by her love. Now many people call it a metaphor when the text explicitly stated that her love is conceptual. Bro, how the hell our normal love is conceptual? So calling it a metaphor is diabolical, literally guys. I mean, text explicitly stated that it is conceptual and our normal love is just normal, it is not conceptual. I mean, what the hell these downplayers are smoking, man. And then we have a scan that says the existence itself was being overwritten by Satela. So yeah, as I said before, existence and non-existence both are meaningless to her, and this has been proved here. And you guys really believe that Yogiri could win here? Satela alone will beat the shit out of Yogiri because to her existence and non-existence both are meaningless. Oh, I forgot to tell you that Satela love is in her shadows, and her shadows are her actual power, which are literally invisible. And now let's talk about Reinhard. Well, Reinhardt is just stronger. I mean, we all know this as a fact. Reinhardt versus in a battle between Reinhardt and Satela, Reinhardt will always win. Even author said that. And then we have a scan that says Reinhardt destroyed the world and recreated it. And if you know, this is the same world which has having the Pleiadius Tower as well, which is obviously part of the world itself. And Pleiadius Tower was having a floor that was stated to be beyond the dimensionality. Remember this, it is beyond dimensionality. So calling it a 0 dimension or 5th dimension, 6th dimension is illogical because it's totally outside the concept of dimensionality. Realm beyond dimensionality, that's what it means. And this scales you to low outer version. And because Reinhardt was able to destroy the Pleiadius Tower and the entire structure itself and then recreated it, and he's the same Reinhardt who defeated Satela in every battle. I mean, he's just stronger than her. Even though Satela is beyond the very framework of world that contains reality, space-time, dualities and dimensions, and for her existence and non-existence are meaningless, proving his ontological superiority over Satela as well, which plays him low outer versal to outer versal tier. And for the speed scaling, we know the fact that Reinhardt has MFTL speed to infinite speed. So with all that, Reinhardt is winning this battle. First, because he's outer versal, and second, he was able to fight with Satela, and for that woman, existence and non-existence are literally meaningless. So even if Yogiri fights with Satela, he's still losing this battle. So in the end, Reinhardt is winning this battle. I hope you all like this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and make sure to join my Discord server, because you can find multiple scans of ReZero being outer and its feeds for the outer versal tier. And if you have any objection against my scans and feeds, you will come there and debate me if you want. So see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.